Welcome to this live. Welcome. In the afternoon, I was telling you something, and within 40 minutes, I explained it to you into details. Right this evening, before getting ready to go to bed, a friend prompted me that you spoke about the first secret. You said you have a lot of secrets, so which one goes next? Because of this question, I didn't want to answer her isolatedly, leaving you in the dark. So I chose to now give you a general answer so that you would be able to understand the point of view that I was using to talk. So the question is, what are some secrets that people do not see easily but makes a lot of money? And this afternoon I was talking about food business. I said food business is very lucrative business provided you know what to invest when it comes to food. And I further explained that if someone is to do food business, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person should sell food. That's what people get wrong, okay? If someone wants to delve into food business, you don't need to sell food to be into food business. You don't need to sell food to get money that people who do food business get. That's what I was saying this afternoon. So you might be asking, if you just joined, that what should you do? What you should do is to ask for the different variety of food businesses that there are. There are livestock selling of goat, sheep, catfish, like all livestock, like goats, fish. No, fish is not. It's not part of the livestock. They are fishes. So goat, sheep, cows, and other living animals. You can sell them. They are all food under the category of food business. You can also do books, which are cookbooks, explaining how you cook your food. It is also under food business. If you're talking about something else, you can also do cold store where you store and sell frozen meats and fishes. That is also food business. You can start a restaurant while doing your other things. People are working in your restaurant. That is also food business. If you don't have knowledge in the food business, you can invest in it. So you can invest in a land, invest in agriculture, where you'll be planting maize, you'll be planting cassava, you'll be planting coconut, anything food. Then in the end of the harvest, people come buy from you. That is also another food business. So if I say the number one was food, I do not mean just selling food. Anything food is very lucrative. Listen to me well. Anything food, please do subscribe to the channel and let me know where you're watching from. Anything food is very lucrative. Now, the secret number two is what I'm getting onto. The secret number two is real estate. Let me get closer and tell you. Real estate. Let me say it once more. Please do subscribe to the channel. Support your sister. Subscribe and let me know where you're watching from. Real estate is the secret number two. So I've spoken about food already. It's in this channel. You can go and check it out. But the secret number two is real estate. Why is it a secret number two? Because most people think that real estate is very lucrative. Yes, it is very lucrative. But if you do not skeptically invest, you might be running at a loss. Let me explain. Just be patient for me. Let me explain. Real estate is for the very wise people. You might build a 12, 13 bedroom, 15 bedroom house. Ariane, how are you doing? It's been a while. Welcome. It's so interesting that someone will build a 13, 12 room house and stay in it. You are an individual, maybe your children, maybe your husband, even if you all are taking one space each. Let's take that you are using 6 rooms. What of the rest of the rooms? You might have a two-bedroom apartment, you stay in only one. What of the other one? Is it clicking? Is it making sense to you? Is it? Real estate is the real estate. If you're talking about investing in business, people invest in cryptocurrency, people invest in shares, invest in partnership and all that. All those things, you do not have much power over them. All those investments, they are all good. Yeah, I won't lie to you. Investing in bond and shares and real estate, crypto is all good. But real estate is the real estate. Is the real money making machine, right? Because you've invested in something and that thing is bringing you money. So there are a group of people who invest in real estate wrongly, and because of that, they lose money. When real estate is giving people money, it's making people dollars. People are losing money with real estate. I am here. Your sister is here. I'm here to give you the breakdown. Relax. If you are starting a real estate business, the ultimate thing you have to put in mind is location, location, location. If you go off this channel, put in your mind that there is one thing. If you want to invest in real estate, listen, it's location, location, location. Please do subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, subscribe to the channel. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm saying it again. Location, location, location. If I say location, what do I mean? Everybody wants to stay at a particular point in at a place at a particular point in time. Okay, if you are rich, you want to be in the big places where rich people are. If you are poor, you want to be around places where you can be able to afford rent. If you are in the middle section, somewhere there, very, very cool, you are not depending on anyone, you want to live a comfortable life in not so expensive community, right? Yes, that is how real estate works. If you want to know if you're not into bad business in real estate, you have to actually invest in a particular location. So if you want the highest money, you have to take the highest risk by going to buy land there. After buying land there, the problem people face is that you go and buy land in a high-end area and you leave it. Somebody will build on it because the place is fast growing. If you want to invest in real estate, it is skeptical. Do not just go and buy a land in a high-end place and leave it. I said location, location, so you have got a location here. But if you leave that land, listen, if you leave that land, someone is going to take advantage of that. Someone richer and more equipped would take over your land. So you are asking, what should I do? If you get a land at a particular place, secure the land, plant something on it, build a wall around it, start making a foundation, do something on the land. Do something on the land. Keep the land intact for yourself. Do something on the land. Secondly, is when you finish buying the land. After buying the land, the most important thing that people forget is after paying, they realize they've been giving a receipt and that's all. You don't go out of your way, go and get into something that you do not understand. If you want to enter into real estate, you have to be able to understand the specifics of real estate business. How can you have a land and not have the documentation of a land? You have a receipt, yes. Apart from the receipt, the person you bought the land from says, I'll give you the document, I'll give you the, and you're happy because you've paid all your money. You are lying to yourself. That land might be sold to 10, 11, 12 people. You are lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Please give me a minute. No, like 5 minutes, okay? So sorry, I had to go and attend to my young man. Yeah, I cannot reconnect in the evenings if I disconnect. So that is why I left it on for this long. Sorry, please pardon me. So, as I was saying, real estate is the realest estate. Looking for a place, getting the place, you have to secure the place by paying and also make sure that you get the documentation that says that is your name. After getting the documentation, you've not done enough. You're not done yet. You have to go and verify from the appropriate quarters, whether it's a land and registration quarters, whether it's property quarters, whatever quarters it is, and however you call it in your home place where you're watching. Go and check, go and verify if what you've been giving is actually authentic, if your name is actually on the particulars in the government setting, or you've just been duped. You have to check, you have to verify. You have to verify. And that is what is going to help you to be able to build on the land or not. So we are talking about real estate. We are talking about it being the realest estate, and it is the second secret that you should know. This is the second secret that you should know. Apart from food, real estate is the realest estate. So whatever, wherever you get the land, it doesn't matter. You just need to make sure that you pay for the land. After paying for the land, make sure that you are registered. Then the land is registered in your name, not on paper, not just on paper. Go to the appropriate quarters in any country that you are. Go and verify if really the land is registered in your name. Or else you might be investing on somebody's land. The most that a person can do with you is that take your house, let me take my land. And how on earth are you going to scoop your house with a shovel? How? You aren't going to get that. So what you're going to do is to just leave the land and the house with the person at a fee, or the person is going to clear your house from the land and use the land for what they want to use. So I'm saying that make sure you are securing the land, get the documentation for it. One mistake that people do that causes them a lot of harm is when you get an opportunity to buy a land and you tell yourself, oh, the place is too far. Oh, it is in the village. Oh, there is no village anywhere. That is the secret. There is no village anywhere. You cannot say there is a village. It's a village. I can't go and stay. Nobody is asking you to go and stay there. Nobody is asking you to build on it. All we are asking is for posterity's sake, for your future, for the future of your children and your children's children's sake. Buy that land. If you want land that has a lot of litigation, go get land in the cities. There's a lot of issues. Some lands are sold to 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Some are sold to 10 people, 20 people. It's all litigations. If you go to the villages where their towns are not so close to the cities, you will get land that are free of litigations. Yes, you get such lands. And buy it. Buy as much as you can. Buy acres of land. Buy the land. Just buy it. Don't say it. The place is not close to town. The place is this. The place is. Buy it. Buy the land. Buy. I mean, you should buy the land. Because if today the place is in a village, give yourself 10 years. If you bought the land for $100 or 100 cities, 10,000 Ghana cities, give yourself maximum 10 years. You'll be buying the land for 1 million, 2 million, 3 million Ghana cities. That is where, when you want to sell this land, you will get times 10, times 40 of what you bought it for. So it's an investment. Just buy the land. Just buy it. I mean it. Just buy it. It doesn't take an arm and a leg. Buy it. The fact that it is not in the city is even more secure. Buy the land. Buy as much as you can. Buy it. So there is a trick that I want to show you. If you buy a land and you want to secure the land, you don't have much money to build on the land. You can do three things to the land, and all of these three things can fetch you extra income. The first is plant trees on the land. You are not ready, you don't have money to build on the land. Plant trees on the land. And if I'm saying trees, I do not mean just trees that people will just quite tired. I don't mean trees that people will just pass under it, go and sit under it. Plant trees that people would want to invest their money in. One of such trees are teak tree, the teak tree. I don't know if you know teak, the teak tree. In Ghana, we call it light pole. The teak tree in Ghana, we call it light pole. You can also plant rubber plants on your land. Since you don't have money to build now, rubber plants. People buy the land. People buy and pay for the rubber plant before they are planted. Investors come to the neighborhoods and see you are planting rubber plants, and they pay for it before you plant it, so that by the time you harvest it, they will get the rubber. So rubber plants, teak plants, you wouldn't waste your money. Invest in them. Since you don't have much money to build a house now. Another plant that is very lucrative is cocoa. I don't know how you mention it in your hometown or wherever, but cocoa. Let me hear you say cocoa. Cocoa. Cocoa is very lucrative. Cocoa is a very lucrative plant. The leaves, the pod, the seed, the root, the tree bark, the tree stump, all of cocoa, every part of cocoa is used for something else. Every part of cocoa. The seed is used for replanting. It is used for these Milo and all those drinks that we have been dying for. Chocolate is out of cocoa. You get it right. Yeah, chocolate is out of cocoa. The pod is used for soap. If you know African black soap, we call it alata semina. It is the pod, the cocoa pod, that is used for alata semina. Alata semina. It is the cocoa pod. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, it is a cocoa pod. The branches of cocoa are used for several things. Cocoa is inclusive with other plants. They are used for activated charcoal. People use it for firewood. Others use it for medicinal purposes. The leaves, very highly medicinal. The root, highly medicinal to those who use it. The tree bark, highly medicinal. So there is no parts of cocoa that you throw away if you invest in it. So if you're not ready, you don't have much money to build your house on your land, invest in these things. The next plant is coconut planting. Yeah, I do not think you would buy an amount of coconuts that is plenty. The amount is so huge than the coconut itself, or the amount of the coconut you use to buy the coconut is so huge than the house you are building. No, there's nothing like that. So coconut, invest in it. It is lucrative. It is lucrative. It is lucrative. If you want to get into farming, to look at the land that you have. If it is a land that is very, very soft and is able to accumulate a lot of water, then you can plant rice or sugarcane. Mm-hmm. You can plant rice or sugarcane. You can do all these. You can plant fruits, you can plant vegetables while you wait till you get money, till you are ready to build. And there is also another secret to real estate business. Instead of building a hotel, I would seriously advise you, depending on where you are. So this is a general advice. If you want particular advice for you, like tailored for you, you have to contact me. If you have to build and give it to people, I'd advise, instead of hotel, which is interesting idea that people are getting into, I would advise that you get into Airbnb business. It is business. It is a business that people are cashing at. Airbnb. Airbnb. I don't know if you know Airbnb, but it is absolutely a platform online that you actually take the pictures of your room, the other rooms, the kitchen, everything online. You keep the price there. People come to book per hours, per days, or per month, even a year, at a fee. So the difference between a hotel and an Airbnb is that a hotel is there. It advertises itself. People can come in and out. There is always food there. There are people who are employed to do everything there 24/7. 24/7 electricity, fan, air conditioners, everything is in use, whether there are people or not. That is hotel for you. The AC must be on 24/7. 24/7, there must be people there who are working for you. Airbnb business, you do not have to put on everything if nobody is there. People book it per day, people book it per hour, people book it per weeks or months. The Airbnb feel gives you the homely vibe where you can go to the kitchen and go and get food to eat, not buy, like go and cook some food. Airbnb gives you the luxury of playing on the compound, sitting on the compound, having a chat, single-handedly swimming in the swimming pool. I say single-handedly because in the hotels, most people are competing with other people so that they will be able to use their pool, their swimming pool. Using Airbnb, it doesn't work that way. You will just have to be able to get Airbnb, speak to the owner, pay, and after paying, that's all. You don't have any problem again. You don't have to go and share your swimming pool with anybody. You don't have to share rooms with people. So you can book, if it is a 5-bedroom apartment Airbnb, you can book the whole 5-bedroom. You can book the whole 5-bedroom. And if you finish booking the 5-bedroom, all what you are to do is to make yourself at home, feel at home, and do what you want to do. That's all. That's Airbnb business for you. So that's also something you can invest in. It is very, very lucrative, very highly lucrative. Another very lucrative part is something I call rentals. Okay, so rentals is actually trying to rent a part of your house out. Most people do not make money from rentals because they want to rent the house out for one or two people or three people at a go. Some people do not want to rent the house in months, they want to rent the house in years. So if you are taking $500 or 500 Ghana cedis, you want 500 cedis times 12, which is 12 months. It sounds interesting. It could have given you a lot of money, but how feasible is it that somebody who just is coming will be able to get that much money for you? So the rental service I am recommending is not just putting yourself out there and making sure that people pay 1 year straight, 2 years, 3 years straight. You can pay monthly. It means that if a person misbehaves, if a person is unable to continue paying, you can evict them as soon as possible. Sometimes they pay for a year or two and you feel like evicting them, but you realize that no, they've paid for a year or two and you spent the money. So you have to accommodate them, even though they are destroying the peace in the house. So this renter I am recommending is not the one that you would stay and watch your tenant do unnecessary things. It's on a monthly basis. Dada Azika, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, so I am talking about real estate as the second secret. Dada. It is the second secret to wealth. The first secret is food. I have done that video already. Today, right now, I'm talking about the second secret to wealth and business, which is real estate. And I've spoken about location, location, location. Location is everything. The pricing of your land, the housing, everything that you're doing about real estate is location. And I've also warned that if you get land in the villages, go and buy it. Never tell yourself that it's in the village. I can't go and stay in the village. I can't do this in the village. So I want to stay in the city. Stay in the city. Nobody is asking you to stay in the village. Stay in the city. But invest in that land because in 5, 10 years' time, in 2, 3 years' time, is it Dara? Oh, okay. That's nice. Oh, wow. Oh, such a very interesting surprise. That's so nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. I'm so pleased to see you though. Oh, Dara. I saw your name Dada Azika or something. Welcome. Yes, so I'm talking about real estate and I'm talking about how you can invest in even the villages. Give yourself 10, 15 years, 5 years and go there. You would realize that the place you thought was a village is now well developed and you didn't lose your money after all. The land that you used to buy 5,000, 10,000 Ghana cedis, $5,000, $20,000, you would be cashing out like $1 million by the time you go back. And I've also spoken about the things you can do on the land if you do not have money to build instantly. I've spoken about planting plants that will give you money at the end when you want to make the whole land for your building. The first plant is tick, what we call light pole, the first plant. The second plant is cocoa. Cocoa is very, very lucrative. We planted some in our house and we cashed out. The house, just the house, the compound of the house, we could get like 1,000 Ghana cedis from one cocoa that we just plugged the cocoa plants in the house, dried them, and we can get like 1,000 Ghana cedis, 1,200 Ghana cedis. And it's a very lucrative plant to plant on your land. Also, you can also invest in planting medicinal plants that people would need. Okay, So that is also very, very good. It will help you to get more money. If the land is muddy, you can plant rice on the land while you're waiting. You can plant rice. You can also do poultry farming. You can do anything on the land just to maintain the land and not leave it for people to just come and consume the land by having documents that you do not have. Mind you, if a rich person wants to take your land because they know it's a vantage point, forget it. No matter what you do, they will take your land. So you have to invest in something little that you would plant or do on the land that will safeguard it. And a wall is not enough. A wall is just a thing lying around something. It can be broken into. A wall is not enough. So planting tick is very good. Rubber plant is also a plant that if you plant it, oh, you would cash out. Rubber plant is one of the plants that people pay for it before it even grows. Immediately, people who need the rubber see that you are planting rubber plant or tick, what you call light pole in Ghana. They will just pay everything, pay for all your expenses, pay for all the management that you should let it grow so that they can come and harvest the rubber, or they will come and cut down the tick and use it for light pole, as we say it in Ghana. So there are particular things that if you invest in it on your land will not be stolen by anybody, and you are going to cash out, and that cash out is going to help you to make something of your land. And the third thing I've spoken about real estate is just as simple as ABC. Real estate is not for the weak-hearted. So if you want to get into real estate, think about Airbnb instead of hotel, because Airbnb is a platform online. It is always putting the feeds on the people's platforms, on WhatsApp, on all the ads. They advertise it. They advertise your house. Unlike the hotel that they would have to go and pay a radio or TV station to go and advertise the place. You putting your house on Airbnb, you get free advertisements because they are going to get a share if someone invests in your Airbnb. So you have your house, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bedroom. You put it out there with pictures to show and location. If a location is good, people will be coming every week, every time. They book anytime they finish, you just clean up the place for the next person. That is all. You get your cash out. So instead of building a hotel, get an Airbnb. Yes. If you also want to invest in something when you are talking about land, if you are rearing livestock or something like poultry farm or farming, then you have to get into the suburbs, the villages. You cannot go and get an Accra land and say you are using it for poultry farm. Why? Because chicken, they do not like noise. Noises, too much noises and radiation can kill them. Yes. Also, if you are rearing poultry and you are not staying there, and a lot of people use their feet, their dirty feet, to come into the poultry and go, the bears will be infested and they will die one by one. Also, if the foods that they are eating is not at a peaceful place where they can think and eat quietly, they would be agitated every time. They wouldn't want to eat. They hear noise, they hear car horn, they hear this, they cannot concentrate, they don't eat, they would die off. So you should know that if you want to get into rearing animals and poultry farming, go to the suburbs. That's where your poultry will grow bigger. That's where your animals will feel free and eat. Yes, this is where I've got to, Dara. I hope I've explained a couple of things. Now, the next thing that I'm getting into is very crucial, and that is the documentation. Most people sell the land, they give documents which are fake. So, apart from the fact that you have your name on the land, it does not mean that the land is for you. Hey, it does not mean that the land is yours at all. You just need to know that if the land is in your name, then everybody else must see your name on the land if you go to the registrar of lands. Dara says another thing is your neighbors will complain of a smell of your farm. Exactly. If your farm smells cow dung or chicken dung, it is very, very provocative. You wouldn't smell good. And every time there will be quarrels here and there. I saw an incident where people were passing by and one guy said, "Oh, this birds, they can be poisoned." The next day, to the surprise of the poultry farmer, all the 1,000 bird had died. Ask yourself, who killed them? You just need one person to put something in the water of these birds and all of them will die. So doing poultry farming or other poultry or livestock business in the towns where everybody is there is quite dangerous and risky to your money. It's very risky. So yeah, this is what we are talking about. Real estate. You go to the registrar of lands, go and verify if the land is really in your name or someone is tickling you and you are laughing. There is nothing funny. You have registered yourself on the book, but when you went to the registrar of lands, your name is not showing it. So immediately you buy the land, apart from the receipts that you get, which is interesting, go and do the groundswork yourself. Most people are very lazy people. You've worked so hard to get money to buy a land. Just working an extra hard to go and check all the details if it is really reflecting in the places where they have to reflect. You don't have time. So you go and pay somebody, the person will consume your money. The person will waste your money. You go and pay another person, the person will waste your money again. Then you keep doing it and doing it and doing it till you get fed up. So land real estate is one hell of a job that if you invest in real estate, you do not know how cryptocurrency works. If the dollar goes up, crypto goes up. If it goes, it's so much to comprehend. And sometimes these scammers are plenty in the market. The stock exchange market keeps fluctuating due to inflation. So what are you going to invest in that will have a very, very serious money for you, that you know that immediately I'm fed up of this, I'll go for my money? There is an investment firm in Ghana that if you go and invest, they smile. After investing, if you're going for your money in 2 3 years, they will tell you, no, the plan is supposed to be 15 years. So if you're coming for it in 2 3 years, then we will give you 20% of what you've brought. So don't waste your time putting your money in the bank. Let the bank use the money for things that they want to use it for. Use your money, invest in something that you have proper understanding from. Just as I was saying in the morning, if you are getting into something, don't go with closed eyes. Before you want to do poultry, before you want to do fish farming, before you want to do catfish farming, whatever you want to do, get the knowledge, get ins and out of it. At least you can even go and understudy someone. Go and understudy someone so that you get the knowledge that you need for your field. You can't just say that, okay, I've taken your advice. I'm going to take my money from the bank. I'm going to buy a land. And after that, I'll plant tick. You do not know the number of times to water tick. You do not know that tick doesn't like too much water or else it will die at the beginning. You do not know that if it is raining season, you don't plant tick. You plant it when it is dry season. You water it once or twice, allow it to flourish. It will grow. You do not know that. You do not know that every time you have to make sure pests are not eating your cocoa. So you have to spray pesticide, and snake are always on the cocoa. They are eating indirectly into your cocoa. So by the time you come harvesting, most of the cocoa has been contaminated by the venom they pour on the cocoa. So you have to spray the plant every time to let all these animals leave the cocoa to flourish. You have to get the knowledge. That is what we lack. You have to, anything you want to delve into, you need to get that knowledge. It's a must. You have to get that knowledge first. After getting the knowledge, then you can put your money into it. You don't put your money into it before you get the knowledge. So me, I wanted to start palm oil business. And I thought it wise to get the knowledge first. I read, I watched, I asked everywhere before getting palm oil. And with the surprise I got was that palm oil's price fluctuates. So if I hadn't got any first-hand information, I would have been shocked. Yes. And it is doing well. The business is flourishing because who doesn't eat palm oil in Ghana? Everybody eats good palm oil. And they are different. There are ones with Sudan too, which is a very dangerous kind of chemical. It reddens the red oil so well that people eat it and they are happy, but it is killing them. You have to know everything about what you are getting into before you get into it. Some people have 13 rooms of building and they are there. They sleep in one room and the rest is there. I wonder for them. When you can easily convert these rooms to apartments that you are giving for rent. Yes, you can rent them out. You can be one of the tenants. If you do not want, go and rent elsewhere and rent everything out because money must be made. Today I read a book that says anything that you own must give you money. It didn't say should or will, must give you money. Anything that you own must give you money. And he cited a dog. I was wondering, like, a dog cannot give you money. You should feed the dog. And he said, I have to get a security guard in my house. That is why I got a bulldog. And he mentioned the bulldog's name in a very, very plaintive way that I don't remember. But it's a particular type of bulldog that will tear your meat apart if you try jumping a wall. So in place of a security, he wants the dog who doesn't know any human being, who cannot compromise, to be on the compound every evening. So it is caged. In the night when they are sleeping, they release it out. Then they start touring on the compound. If you dare jump a wall, your meat will not be left. That is an investment in someone's mind. So what do you own? And what is it giving you? What do you own? Do you own a phone? I'm actually recording with my phone. Maybe the brightness, the quality is not perfect. Maybe the way it should come out is not coming out well, but I'm still making the video with the phone. Why? Because that is what I have right now. Whatever you have must make you money. This ring light that I'm using right now is something I got like 5 years ago. It's still here and it is making me money. Yes, I shoot all my oil videos with the same ring light. So whatever you have, the shoes you wear, something must pay for the shoes. If you dress up and you are going out, you have to bring something home. It shouldn't be something that you are going to maneuver your way and do unnecessary things, cunning ways. That one, it will not last. Those kind of shortcut monies that you go and steal from someone, go and outsmart someone, it will never last and you will never enjoy it. You'll be healing yourself with that money. You'll be curing yourself of diseases because someone's hard-earned money, you are using your mind to steal from it. But rather, whatever you have, think of other smart ways to transform it into money. Yes, think of other smart ways and it is going to help you. So today we have been talking about real estate. We've been talking of all the things you can do with real estate. And we've spoken of being in the high end areas like East Legon, like cantonments, like airport residential. All these places are very great places to be. They sell in dollars. If you're able to buy houses or buy lands there, you can invest there, and that location is going to give you the high end people to work with. But if you're also in the city and you've been giving an alert that there is a land going for maybe 1,000 Ghana cedis, 20,000, 30,000, 200,000 Ghana cedis, it is in the village, oh, go for it, go and buy it, register it, plant something, any of the things I've said on it, and keep it for future use. Because in future, you would use that money for something greater. The only estate in the world that does not decrease is real estate. If you buy anything, it depreciates immediately. You buy it, it depreciates. All these 2025 cars that you see on the roads, after 2025 the prices depreciate. If you buy a Ferrari right now, you use it for 30 minutes, go back to the street, go and sell it. If you bought it 10,000 or maybe $100,000, you would be selling it 8,000 or $80,000. Why? Because you've used it, so it's no more new. Anything you buy depreciates immediately you buy it. The only thing that appreciates are two things: real estate, like land, especially land, and gold. So on our actual range, people shouldn't be running after money, they should be running after land and gold. These are the two things in the world. Look at the great nations of countries and places where they are. Look at what they have in excess. Gold. Go and Google the gold bank. Look at the people who have a lot of gold. They are the ones who are ruling the world. So if you want to invest in something, real estate, land, get a land. If you get a land, you have money, buy, build something very beautiful on it. Sell it or rent it out, Airbnb, any of them is good. And in the next 5-10 years, I've read that something which is going to take the world by storm is doing farming. It is going to take the world by storm. AI is taking over people's business, but AI can never take over food. You can never be highly inclined in technology to the extent that you don't eat. You can never be highly skilled with technology to the extent that you don't sleep in rooms. So guess the kind of businesses that will still be in high demand when AI is taking over people's businesses. And please do well to invest wisely. Invest wisely. Also, while you're investing wisely, make sure you are looking out for roads. You are looking out for barriers. You are looking out for places like high tension, near high tension. You have to look out for all those places because sometimes the lands people sell to you, they want the money. So they won't tell you that where you've bought, half of it is the road. It's a road network that one day the government is going to pave a way there. And if the government is going to pave a way there, automatically that land will be taken from you. So look for roads, look for waterways. If you get a waterway, that is why it is very important that if you are buying the land, you buy the land during rainy season. You don't buy the land when it is dry, when the weather is dry, when it's dry season. No. Buy the land around June, July, August. Yes. Mostly those times are rainy seasons. If it changes, look for the rainy seasons and go get that land. Because that is when you would see the good land, the muddy land, and the waterway land. People are crying every time around the Kaswa area because they have built their houses on the waterways. Even in Accra, most places are on waterways, and immediately it rains, no matter how luxurious their houses are, it's flats and they have to scoop out water through the window because they are all waterways. Look out for all these things when buying a land: waterways, public places that are for the government lands that they are going to make trains and railways there. Maybe they are going to make something there. Look out for those things and mark those ones out of your calendar before you invest in buying a land. So this is what we've done today. We've done real estate and we've spoken at length about the things that we need to consider when getting ourselves into real estate. Apart from that, anything you want to get yourself into, it is highly important that you do some research. Just ask. The research does not necessarily mean go and buy a book and read. No. Ask the people who are into the business. Ask at least 10 people about what you want to do. 10 different people. Ask them for their mind. Ask them the questions that are relevant on what you want to do. Let them give you their insight, different insights. Put them together and see how best you're going to use that information to build what you want to do well. Okay? So that if you are getting into it, you don't get backfired, or you don't feel bad when things happen, when things go wrong, because things can go wrong, but things will go right no matter what you want to do. If you really do it, put it in your mind, things will always go wrong. But if you ignore those things and take the advice of the people who are highly inclined on that field and do it right, things will fall back into place and you would be glad you did. Thanks for watching this video. Dara, I really appreciate your joining this live. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, young human is sleeping and I'm able to do this live peacefully. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate. If you have any questions, you can leave it here. I'd come back in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Anytime I have time, I would come and share with you nuggets that will help. I will tell you the next secret, the secret number 3 tomorrow. Yeah. So join me tomorrow in the morning or in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm a new mom, so I am trying to figure out the times and seasons that will be helpful, but definitely would meet on the flip side. Do take care of yourself and have a very good evening.